Welcome back for topic 2.8. We are going to talk in this video about the double wrapper class. Remember in the last video, I introduced to you the fact that we have wrapper classes, and in the CSA Java subset, we've discussed that in these last few lessons, we're provided both the integer class and the double class. Let's look at what we're given for double. Double gives us, on the Java Quick Reference, a constructor to create double objects and then a method to grab the double value that is stored. Double, again, is capitalized just like we saw with integer. It's different than the double primitive, which is represented with a lowercase d, and it is a wrapper class. Now, in the Unit 7, way fast forward in the course, you're going to be using array list, and array lists have to be built upon a class. So we need this integer class and the double class when we get to building array list, because we can only build an array list off of a class. And so we're going to be able then to create objects to put in our array that are of the double type or of the integer type. And just like with other things, there are many other wrapper classes. These just happen to be the two that are included in the CSA subset. So I want to show you in code kind of what this can look like. So I'm going to switch now, like I did in the previous lesson, to my editor. So here is a little program that I wrote up for using double, and it will look familiar to you because I tried to kind of jump off of what might be important to you, which is scores on things, scores maybe on a test or a quiz. And since they were double, I represented them with decimal place values. So we have score 1, that is an object that's been created on line number 8, and then I ask it to print it for me, and then I've created 2 more. And on line 12, I'm doing a little math with that, letting Java compute the average for us and then printing it out. So you can see the result if I compile and run the code. And what I have down on line 15 and 16 is using the double value method that's provided on the Java Quick Reference. We're going to unpack this a little bit more in video 3, what's actually happening, but you'll notice that when I created my mean score variable, it is the mathematical result of adding together the 3 score object and dividing by 3, the number of items possible. When I create my mean 2, I'm grabbing that mean score variable, but I'm actually pulling out of it its double value. So I'm saying, look at what is stored in mean score and reach in there and get me that value and then give it back to me. And so when I run this code, I'm actually going to get 2 of the same answer because it's looking into mean score to create mean 2. So you see that those are exactly the same, but one is a double with a lowercase d and one is a double with a capital D. All right, let's switch back, and there we go. And here's my code. If you want to pause the video and replicate this, it might be useful, and you can also apply this same concept to the wrapper 2_8a. All right, so what you should take away from this lesson is that the Java Quick Reference provides us with a double constructor to create double objects and a double method that will reach into a double capital D and grab us that value as a primitive lowercase d. And both of these are provided in the java.lang. Thank you for watching. Join me in video 3 as we conclude topic 2.8.